They said we weren't going to do it, and we did. So we got a Renegade now. Why? I have no idea. Why? Well, I know why, because no one else will buy it. So, but yeah, it's 2022 Renegade 650 XMR. Brand new, just got from the dealership, and take it home. Probably gonna be a while before I see it on the channel. But that said, do have a lot of aftermarket parts for it already. So load it up on the trailer. You can get it home. That way I can get a walk around video with it. Should be a fun time, right? Alright, so we got the Renegade home. So let's go ahead and go over it, much like we did with the Honda and the 850 Outlander. This is it. The 2022 CANAM Renegade 650 XMR. You know, and this is the Renegade. So let's start off with, why did I buy this? Well, because I'd never had a Renegade before. Never had a 650 before. This is the first Renegade 650 ever. And you look out there on the internet and it's pretty much nowhere to be found. You'll find it on like the Facebook group pages and stuff like that, but yeah, whatever. Yeah, you can clearly see that it is sold to me. So, first impressions, I mean, there's not a lot to say. I can say that upgrading this thing is going to be stupid easy. I have pretty much all the aftermarket stuff for it. The only thing we're waiting on is the exhaust is the only thing we're waiting on. Everything else is pretty much here. So, again, you know, bought this. Is it overpriced? It's hard to say because the bead locks, even though they're 12 inches, they're still very expensive. And obviously this has the Fox shocks. So it does have that going for it. You know, I'm not going to knock it for that. I do have, you know, rad relocate, stuff like that. The rad relocate's going to be kind of a challenge. Originally I was going to have a power sports dealer do it, but I'm going to try to do it. It's the wild boar kit. So we're going to try that. We have a custom rear rack for it we're going to put on. Like I said, still waiting on the exhaust. Still waiting on that. I don't know if I'm going to ride it like this or not. I really don't know. It just depends, because I don't want to sift through mud to try to be able to put it back together. Doing maintenance stuff on this is really easy with the oil filter. Mud protection, definitely not great. You can see this is pretty much the side of the bike, and you can see it, the tire's already sticking out. And then you look from the back side, you know, it's not super great. So it's got that. One thing I do want to point out is there is a difference between the 22s and the 21s in terms of their lockers and how they kind of work. So no one on the internet has pointed this out at all, and I don't know why. No one has noticed this, period. So you do have your four-wheel drive and you have your diff lock, and you also have your ICT modes as well. Now the thing is, this is a little tiny bit different, because when you put it in sport mode, Zico off, it beeps. And it also does the same thing when you put on the locker. So four-wheel drive, and then when you engage the locker, it beeps again. And it also beeps when you take it out as well. It does like a double beep, kind of like if you're locking your car, which is kind of cool. So yeah, leave it in eco mode for now, because obviously I still got to break it in, stuff like that, which that video is going to be a little bit different. I might end up doing just like a first mud ride instead, and then just break it in on my off time. But yeah, this bike will not be on the channel for a little while, because I need to. Now, unlike the dirt bike where I literally just haven't got time to touch it at all, this one I just need to get ready to, you know, put all the aftermarket stuff on it. I'm going to try to do it as quick as I can. The rad relocate's going to be kind of a challenge. I don't know how that's going to go, but, you know, I already have the stuff I need for the clutches. stuff like that, how I'm going to set those up. You know, the tires that we're going to be running, I got those mounted up today, so I'm going to be installing those. We got a set of halos as well. We're going to be installing a different shifter handle. We got that. Like I said, custom rear rack, different snorkel cover. I got all kinds of goodies. So all kinds of boxes of stuff. High flow air filter. You know, I got pretty much everything I need to do. So, you know, like I said, we're going to find out if the Renegade is really worth its high price tag, you know. But I will say this, like I said, you know, you don't need a 1000 to do everything, and I'm going to prove that point all the way until the very end. Some people can call me a hypocrite for having the 850, say whatever you want, but the fact remains that you don't really need all that power, you know. Like, it's good to have it in a lot of situations, but you don't need it everywhere. So, like I said, I'll run that point home with this Renegade, because the goal is to keep this thing as light as possible. That's the main goal, because the 850 is like 1,100 pounds, something like that. I think it might be closer to just 1,200. It might be close to that with the tires and everything, because, you know, they take about 60 pounds worth of fluids. So, a lot to think about. Oh, by the way, I do have a winch as well. Decided to go with that CANAM HD winch, stuff like that. But, like I said, this probably won't show up on the channel for a hot minute. But, you know, we'll see how everything goes as I'm upgrading it. I think the Rad Be Lucky might be the last thing I put on it. Just depends if I have all the stuff that Wild Boar sent. If they sent it all. So, yeah. So, like I said, we're going to see how the build goes. And I'll keep in touch with you guys. Obviously, I'll stay up to date on my Instagram page, which I'll link down in the description down below. If you want to see updates, stuff like that, that's where it's going to be posted at for the most part, along with my TikTok. So, yeah, like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. This is just the intro to the Renegade. Like I said, I'm going to be building on this thing for the next couple weeks and see what I can get done with it. So, I'll catch y'all later.